This is how we're gonna do it. See if y'all can hear me. We're gonna put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Let me see. Welcome in, welcome in. And we're gonna see if we can do this. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Let me see if I can go going live on OBS Studio, and we're gonna see if we can make this happen. Just in case y'all just now coming in, I don't know what I'm doing. So, oh, you can't hear me. Is it distorted or T Trainer? Welcome in. Thank you for joining in. I'm actually testing out this different OBS Studio now and seeing. I hear echo in my headphones, so I want to see if it's an echo on the live. Then I want to go live and talk a little trash, I guess. I don't know. I got time today. It's Monday. Happy Monday. T Trainer, I see you tapped in. Put the 1 in there. How you doing? I'm trying to get this OBS Studio to work right, so y'all don't have to bear with me a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I put Struggle Streamer in the thing right there, because I'm trying to get where I can see my chat. Okay, it said I can hear you regularly, no echo. Cool. So it sounds good on that end. That's what I was using StreamYard last time. I had went live a couple days ago. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna try and lock everything in, and that way, every time I touch something, it ain't gonna mess up. Hopefully. I really don't know what I'm doing. And he says no echo, so I'm doing good. So OBS Studio, I've been doing a little homework on and trying to figure it out. If I go live and want to interact and have fun, would it be the best fit for me? And I be seeing a lot of people going live, so I figured I'd try my hand at this computer stuff. I usually do all my editing and video and whatnot on the phone, so everything hands on, doing it that way. And I see Marcus ain't putting no content out. I was wondering where is he at? Where is he at? Alright, now I'm trying to dial in. If you can see me looking at my computer, trying to dial in everything to, oh man, I messed that up. Where I can see the chat and that, and then let me see, I can see the chat and put it on there again, and be able to feel comfortable reading and talking at the same time. So it's all a learning curve for me. Let me see what we got here. And I ain't doing this learning curve as smoothly as I thought it was gonna go. Let me see what we got. I say you want to laugh. I went to sleep at 1. Give me a little bit. I'm trying to get my little. Dang it! This ain't working out with my chat box. But I'm finna get it to work. I probably need another monitor on the side. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna see what I got. I can't. I'm trying to shrink. I'm trying to shrink it on the back end. Good Lord. Oh no. Go back. Okay. Went to sleep at 1. Woke up at 5:30. Thought it was Tuesday morning. Oh no. I'm sorry. I can read a little bit better than this, but my chat box is not working at the moment. I'm gonna have to figure out a way how to get it in the same box as my dialogue. So it's frustrating. So that's the reason why I came on. Main reason, because I'm like, if I go live, I don't want to be too crazy looking out here. And it's I done did that before. I done went to sleep, but this was when I was drinking though. But I done went to sleep, thought I took a nap, and woke up and thought it was the next day. But Now I don't really take that many naps. I'm gonna get this chat box right. Just bear with me. I'm gonna be able to interact a little bit more better once I feel like I can read the chat next to where I can see my face. So I'm finna get it right. I'm hoping before it's over with. Otherwise, don't think I'm ignoring anybody's chat. Okay, I can do it just like that, and I can bring the chat box up. So I'm gonna do it if I have to struggle doing it. And I'm thinking the best route might be okay. I I can't see myself, but I can see the chat loud. I can see the chat log. That's a little bit better. I'm getting there. I can't even blame it on the alcohol. You can't blame it on the alcohol. Well. I mean, yeah, 4th of July been over with, so yeah. So you can't even say it was the weekend runoff, but 4th of July, a lot of people celebrated. So if do you drink? If you can't blame it on the alcohol, you just was tired, working, working. T Trainer be out there doing that double time. All right, let me see. And I'm still struggling over here, of course, because well, I'm gonna get this right one way or another. And then when I do get it, I'm gonna double tap it and see. You got any zoom in, zoom out, copy current? Do you ever go live, T Trainer, or had an opportunity? I'm gonna put it up here then. Okay, I can put it on top of my face. That's fine. I can work with this, and I can figure the rest out. And I want to do. I can. I got all this back end stuff I'm trying to figure out as far as how to get all this out of my way, and then I'll be able to see the. Now I can see the chat on top of my head, but my head and body done shrunk, and I had to live with it. I can live with that. She said she can't blame it on the alcohol. I went to sleep at 5:30 tonight. I went to sleep at 1 and woke up at 5:30. Thought it was Tuesday morning. Made coffee. Oh well, I've been drinking coffee all day. That's took my morning meds and fixed something to eat. Okay, now I can see the full dialogue. All right. Oh yeah, you done double med it up. I drink occasionally, but not daily, and sometimes I can't. I can be weeks before I drink. Oh, okay. No, okay. You say you don't go live. Well, this is my second experience on YouTube. I have went live on TikTok. Probably it's been a couple years ago when I was doing live. I was doing live actually pretty regularly on TikTok until I got till TikTok took my page, so to speak. That's a whole nother dialogue. I can get into that though. I was pretty strong on TikTok too. But try going live. I mean, I don't know. It ain't for everybody. Some people. I mean, this one of them things where people personality matches their lives. So I'm trying to get comfortable enough where I guess my personality kind of match the video content anyway. And let's just get these damn headphones off. If I hear myself talking and I'm a minute delayed on my on the echo end, but I like the fact that I can hear myself talking because it don't feel like I'm talking to myself. But as long as I can read the chat, I don't mind talking to myself either. Just as long as I don't expect nobody else to answer me if I'm by myself. But here I can expect somebody to answer me. T Trainer in the building. Who is that? Who is that? Two say it two pots. Say it podcast. I'll say it podcast. Y'all gonna have to bear with me on this reading in the chat. I'm struggling. The back end, see it's the back end and it's my second stream, so I'll say it podcast. Appreciate you coming in, checking in. I'm on OBS Studio now. Last time I think you came in here, you was checking me out, and I was on StreamYard. StreamYard expensive. This stuff expensive. So OBS Studio, I think I'm a great speaker and I'm actually a fitness instructor, so I'm always talking. T Trainer, you know that's some good stuff right there. That's some good content. My son is in the in the content making on doing his fitness stuff, and he been popping off on TikTok. He was just here today, came and washed his clothes, but he just popped off. He said he just got what he say he got 14,000 video hits today on TikTok, but he do a lot of working out. He a workout guru, kind of like I was back in the day. Now I'm just a guru of eating, kind of sort of eating. I like different eating, but but yeah, I think if you speak well and you like fitness, that's a good that's a good niche. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean he's still getting working on his personality. I'll say a podcast is in a building. He hung with me for a long time, and if I don't see y'all pictures and I say he or she and I get that wrong, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it together. So right now it's like it's small. So I'm working on kind of like a little. It's a tablet, but it's a it's a it's in the form the specs of a computer of a desktop, but it is in tablet form. But I probably getting another screen or something where I can read the chat. T Trainer, welcome in. She been in here, keep me company running. I'm 64, so I'm sure I can motivate many. At 64, yes, you got a lot of experience, and you can motivate many, young and old. I can tune in and get motivated. What up, bro? Checking you out. What up? What up? What is that? Brown eyes. Brown eye reacts. Man, I seen your name on across the screen a lot too. Thanks for coming in, checking me out. Me struggle streaming, trying to get this live going. I ain't making no noise out here. I'm just having fun with it. And let me turn my I'm looking at my own live on my damn screen. I'm gonna have to stop. But yeah, I ain't making no noise. I'm just out here having fun. This is my second live stream, so I'm kind of trying to get the specs together on the back end, and I'm in OBS Studio right now at the time. So I was on StreamYard on the first one. So man, I appreciate them hearts. Appreciate them. I feel like feisty. Put the hearts up. Scorpio in the building. Vegas 777. I don't know if that. I just got a vision of me just shooting dice in that when I seen a Vegas 77 T Trainer, Scorpio, T Trainer, Scorpio 54. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. You know I'm new to this. I'm gonna be the first to say I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I get on here, I make content, have fun, trolling. Yeah, I'm trolling, so don't troll me. I'm the troller. Or you can. I don't mind it. That's how you start. You think you ain't making no noise, but people watch it. It shocked me. You know, I ain't even gonna lie. You know, I'm not much of a talker. I ain't much of. If you look at any of my content, I talk slow, but I listen fast. So you know, I'm one of them types. I listen fast, but I might talk slow. And when I get to talking fast and listening fast, I'm probably plotting. And you know, that's why I can understand where, you know, the content that is in the ASI division, I can understand where he's coming from because yeah, he will talk fast and listen fast, and he always got a rebuttal fast. So yeah, that's just, you know, some people personalities like that. You know, we adjust. So I do see y'all watching, and I appreciate y'all watching and having fun with me. And some people, you know, might call it I don't know. I get some hate. I get a lot of people hating me, thinking I hate people. I don't hate nobody. I ain't getting on here to troll nobody to hate them. I'm trolling them to have fun, or maybe even drop a little seed in the head, you know, for the youngsters. So, and I appreciate y'all watching. You know, Frenchie. Oh man, I'm gonna tear up some names. I'm gonna be the first to tell y'all I'm gonna tear up a lot of names because I can't read fast and talk fast. And this is my second live. I gotta learn how to coordinate this stuff. So. Leave grandma alone now. Y'all, your content is very enlightening. Oh, enlightening. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Scorpio 54. Scorpio 54 Williams, Vegas 77, T Trainer, Brown Eyes. I'm going to get this. I'm going to start being fast at reading. That's what I'm going to do. If I don't learn anything else about being on live, I can learn how to read a little bit, get my mind back to working. You know, when we on the phone all the time, you know, I'm used to that autocorrect because I ain't reading and spelling for nothing. I ain't got that lazy where I'm just doing everybody doing just talk to text. I ain't doing it like that. I'm still typing, so I'm getting it together. No, this is Vegas. Oh, Brown Eyes reacts. Say no, this is Vegas. Vegas 777. Oops, wrong Vegas. Oh well, I don't know what y'all talking about in the chat. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna catch up. But being that this is my second stream, like the first stream I did on StreamYard, and the thing about StreamYard, it lets you bring people up on the chat. So I like that. It lets you drop the link, and you know you can interact with more people. So I'll probably be on StreamYard as well. And I was just checking out for this being my second stream live. I had to check out OBS Studio and see how it was working. She was talking about Los Angeles streets, I think. Read like chaos. Oh man. I think chaos read every person. I don't know. I went on chaos today, so I'm trying to catch up. The young man, you know, he having fun, so I had to put some support and sub. But yeah, I think he read everybody. Everybody's what they call it, everybody's message. So you know he'll sit in front of there. What I seen today now, I ain't gonna troll him hard yet until I see 2 times. I'm like, man, what are you doing reading? I ain't gonna be able to read everybody chat. If it start coming in fast and like that, you know, I'm gonna have some substance behind what I'm chatting about. So I ain't gonna be able to read everybody chat. We know each other's story, okay. So I'm gonna have to catch up on the storylines too, on people too. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me and having fun with me and trolling with me. Some of it could be serious, so you know I just look, like I was saying, I look at it from a third eye point of view perspective. So what I do is I'm not a big talker, even when I'm out here in these streets, in these Atlanta streets. I ain't out here woofing and hollering and talking. Not right now, you know I have been. But I sit back and watch. I always been that type of person. I sit back, watch, and observe. Some people might listen to me. Some people just, rah, rah, they so loud you can't talk to them. So, you know, that's everywhere. Vices do not look good, bro. Come on, man. I'm trying to shoot her some bail. Trophy said, Trophy came on here, was trolling me like, yeah, Feisty look good if you, and so do my whale. Or what he say, so do whales. Because whales do look kind of cute. But, you know, oh, no, that wasn't me. Brown Eyes, Return Media, Rerun Media, do you think K.I. is dating a trainee? No, I don't think he would. Nah. I don't think K.I. is dating no trainee. He might as well read everything, ain't doing nothing else. I don't think K.I. street. We can start there, because, damn, that's a good question, though. I mean, I wouldn't think Polo would be sleeping with one either, but what did I think? You know, what do I know? I was shooting Polo all type of bill. I mean, I'm like, nah, he don't give me no gay vibes and all this and there. And well, you know, that, you know, it is what it is, but I just saying, do I think K.I.'s dating a trainee? Nah, I don't think he is. It's too close to the to the last episode of Trainees or whatever Marcus got going on ASI. I don't know. If that's an episode to come, I don't know. So, hey, Rerun, did you see the photos of his new girl? I haven't seen the photos though. I need to get on Instagram or something. You know, people be on Instagram having all type of sweet updates, but you can do videos live, bro. You can videos live, bro. What that mean? Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. I was wondering if you like say a podcast. If you're saying like I'll be able to show a video as long as I'm in live. It won't be too much in tune of being, you know, crossing the borders of that content stealing or whatever. I don't know nothing about the guidelines. I'm steady reading them and don't understand none of it. So let me see. I'm gonna have to see the scroll. I'm gonna have to go scroll back and see some of these. If I miss the comments, please, you know, just type it back if it's important and I missed it. But Rerun, did you see the photos of his new girlfriend? Let me get back on that. I didn't see the photos of his new girlfriend. Oh, okay. Was you on PIFYO last night? I wasn't on the panel, but I think I'll be dropping by there and be listening. And it's like, between trying to create the content and trying to listen to other people and support them, sometimes I can't be them boys. That couple, PYFIO and his wife, Skinny but Plenty, they be on there for a while. So I be chiming in. I wasn't on there last night though. I think this morning I might have popped on there. Or I might have popped on there last night. I can't remember. It be going into a blur. Wow. I don't watch that lady. Feisty says that who we rented the hotel for chaos. I don't know either. Feisty says that's who rented the hotel for chaos. Oh, okay. So he's saying that. I mean, because he wasn't saying it with his chest. I mean, if somebody come on and talking about some, if I was to bet $10,000, the way Marcus put it, like if he was to bet $10,000 in anything about a trainee, or what I'm saying, we're not gonna make it all about that part on this, because one thing I don't want, I gotta live in Atlanta. Y'all gotta realize I gotta live in Atlanta, so they ain't for be knocking down and busting down my door. But I'm just saying, if he gonna deny it or if he gonna say it, he didn't say it with his chest. Let's start there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say it with his chest. Like if especially start talking about 10 grand, I'd have, boy, let me go get my mama's title to the house. That what he could have said. I'm bringing my own title to my house. Bring that 10,000. But yeah, he should have said it with his chest. And that could be the fact that if Feisty said that's who rented a hotel or a motel room for him, I'm gonna tell you something. I can tell you some stories about being. I'm not from Atlanta. I live here and I've been living here. So I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Hold on. I ain't from Atlanta. I'm gonna give y'all back in story. I'm not from Atlanta. I live here, and I've been here for about at least 20 years now. So I have had kids here, and with my son and my daughter, the last two kids were born here, and yeah, I'm from the Midwest. I'm from up north. I like Troy from Detroit. I'm from Milwaukee. And I went to school in Michigan, in high school in Michigan. So, hold on, let me read some of this chat if I can catch back up. But yeah, I mean, Chaos didn't say it loud enough with his chest that he wasn't messing with one, or he wasn't getting benefits from one, or what I'm saying, that gay for pay stuff is real. I don't know, but down here it's just a lot of people that before I get to the chat and before I can clear this up, I'm gonna let y'all know it's a lot of people that are maybe gay or transgender that help people. So he might have got some help from the transgender, and maybe I don't know if that's the. I gotta see some videos before I talk further on it. Did you see the photos of his new girl? That's what made me get into it. I didn't see no photos of his new girl. You live in Atlanta, man. You better run up on Marcus and expose that. I don't want no smoke with him. I'll stay in my lane. You know what I mean? Run up on Marcus and expose him. Huh? I stay in my lane. I do. If y'all seen my little, I think I had a troll short. I did, I do work over there on the east side. I do work in East Atlanta. I pass through. I don't do much work in downtown Atlanta, but that's where they be at. We used to go downtown. I mean, I say it all the time. Like, the area he be at is where the tourists at, or either the homeless go down there to try and get some patrons to help them out from tourists that's spending money down there. And you got the homeless people down there. You got the youngsters that's down there kicking and having fun. Some of them up to no good, plotting and scamming. Yeah, we the home of the scammers. So that's the people that's hanging around down there. So the content come from those type of people. You know what I mean? So, and the people that work there, and it's those of us who go down there to do and conduct business in that area downtown. It's all surrounded by the downtown, short outskirts of downtown. So. Let me see. I gotta read some of this chat. Let me catch back up. But like I said, I've been here for 20 years. I done, I can say I'm 40. I'm 46. So those 20 plus years, I lived a wild I lived a wild, kind of wild down here. When I got down here, I was kind of wild. Not like this wild what y'all see on ASI. No, it was totally different. And it is. I mean, it's still totally different from what y'all see coming from his camera. You know, we from, you know, it's all type of Atlanta. You know, and what he project, it kind of, you know, what made me start trolling. It's like, man, where you finding these people at? Cause where I hang around, where I know it, I'm like, bro, it ain't like that. I mean, it's havoc, and you know, it's people running crazy and homeless and drugs and stuff like that everywhere. But the amount of craziness he got going on, you know, and the content where it's going now, you know, it ain't like that. It ain't even like that. You don't have that right there congested in people areas. You know what I'm saying? Let me read some of the comments. Hold on. I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all, but when I get to rambling, sometimes I can get to rambling. So, how many people in here? How many people? I don't know how many people in here. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm learning how to work this OSB, so y'all got to bear with me. Shout out to Troy. Definitely shout out to Troy's World. You know, that was the first person. He picked up the phone, and I was on this live, and I had just did like a few, about 2 or 3 videos. And that was the first live I went on his live and had fun with him. Right before the feisty, right during the feisty thing, I think. Or yeah. And then I did another one. It was right before a follow up. It was right before the polo. I was 1 for 1. We was both 1 for 1, I think, because we was both like, nah, we don't see Polo as the as that type of person that he revealed of liking. You know, I don't know how to put these words together, but we was both like, nah, he don't strike me as that type of person. That was the Polo conversation we had, but the Feisty and Marcus conversation we both had, we like, I think he might have did that, and this before it was revealed, you know. Yeah, so 50 people in here. Oh man, I didn't even know. Man, I want to shout out. I want to let y'all know this is my second stream. I don't know what I'm doing on the back end, so I was kind of just now getting adjusted where I can read the comments and be able to see half of my face, but I can see my face in my camera, so I can't see nothing on the back end. I don't know how many people in here. My chat log is real small. It's scrolling real big. I'm on a different. I was on StreamYard on my first live, and now I'm on OBS Studio. So I just got to run in my mouth. 50 people in here. Thanks, Vegas 777. One love, brother. I shared this live. Thanks for the sharing the live. This is just a random live. I don't have nothing going on. And Troy, that's what's up. At Troy, was Troy in here? Troy, you sneaking in here, man. Troy's World sneaking in here. And I'm just rambling in my mouth. And then I was kind of sneaking in, trying to check the back end on the OBS Studio. Live. Going live, but one thing I didn't get a chance to read up on and see nothing on is I can't drop no links on the OBS. Maybe I can do a phone call or two on the OBS, but that StreamYard is expensive. You know, I'm just a modest person, self-employed, and we get struggling self-employed, man. So I was looking and I tried StreamYard out. So just trying my hand on working it out on different back end of the platforms, but. And they say, I want to read some of these comments. Good evening to all, Queens, Vegas, Brown Eyes, T-Trainer, everybody that's been rocking with me and supporting the content, me trolling and having fun. I was just explaining a little bit on the back end that, yeah, I got to live here in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Somebody was like, you better go roll up on Marcus and expose them. Yeah, what's up, YouTube? Y'all want me to go up on him and what's up? Good evening to everybody, man. I'm gonna have to try and get a moderator or two, and you know, and help me flow this thing along. You know, I'm trying to get it together. You know, if y'all really want to know, I built a room that one of my children had moved out. You know, I got 4, so one of my children's moved out. They've been gone since 18. You know, so I got 21, 23, and soon to be 25. So they've been gone since 18 now. And college, army, trucking. You know, Then I got my baby girl. I got 4, so I got my baby girl. She's still at home, and she's 15. So we got 3 out the way, 1 to go. Be empty nesters, but that's what made me got interested in this content. What up, homie, Miss My Razor? What up, homie? I've been checking your stuff out. I like the content. Appreciate y'all for showing love. I'm just giving y'all a little back end, asking questions and answering some questions too about what I be seeing on this here YouTube ASI section. And I'm just learning, so this is my second stream, and I'm appreciate y'all being kind of bearing with me, because I got to learn how to read, scroll, do different things, and you know, I've been telling Troy. I think Troy just got off vacation. I've been reaching out to him for some type of help. Help me. If you see me, you hear me right now. But check your email too. Check all your emails. It's probably all me begging for help. But actually, I'm gonna sign up for that help. So you know, I just want to do it the right way. All right. Good evening to all. I'm gonna what up, homie? I've been checking out your stuff. I'm gonna read some of the comments. Bro, you sitting on media gold in Atlanta. Run up on Marcus. That'll go viral. I don't want no problem now. You know, I don't know if y'all know what I see on some of this viral content, but it's different. I done seen some unalivings on some live. You know, I was rolling when you was looking for him in the bando. That's hilarious. Yeah. And I didn't even do it back in. I wanted to make that a short. I didn't even do it back in, but I was rolling down Glenwood. I passed by the Quita Motel, where it all started. They shooting fireworks still here, so if y'all hear banging and popping in the back, that ain't my neighbors. They still shooting fireworks. I'm a little bit away from the hood. Not too far, but yeah. I'm probably in the hood still, but confession. Nah. But yeah, I was over there off of Glenwood. I passed by Quita's Motel, the famous motel where Quita was at before she which one you might say, but she probably got kicked off of all of them. But yeah, I was riding down Glenwood. I had the back end content. I was like, I can't put too much of this in the short. It ain't gonna be, you know, gravitating. They gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? But Troy shares your content. He was in here. Man, Troy, that man be working too, you know. So I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all all be working, man. I be working. We all working. And here we got Mr. Lollygag laughing and he hi and with these folks that's struggling and in pain, you know, but the content is the content, like you say, you know, I don't hate the man, so I want everybody to know. If you up here looking for me to throw shots and hate him, I can't say that I hate him. He's somewhat creative. We can't take that away from him. You know, he got his own creative lane. Vegas, I want to block him so bad. I want y'all to know that we shouldn't be hating nobody anyway, but you know, if he say I'm sitting on some content gold, I need to run up on him and go expose him with my video, he probably would, I don't know, he probably want to fight me, you know. I got a few years on him. And a lot of exercise sessions away from him. Yeah, yeah. We about the same height though. I mean, if he really want to get down now, I can. My son, he gets in that weight. My son, he got the same name as me. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. He got the same name as me, and he took my gym membership a few years ago, and he blew up like this, and I just kind of rounded out. And he used my gym membership that I pay faithfully every month, because they take it. But yeah, if he really want to get down, I get in the gym now. My son, he a workout guru. I don't know. He might get on here and expose himself one day. He might be, y'all might see him in the content, but he'll be the biggest one, probably like swole. Put it like that. I can get down. I can get back in the gym. I like Marcus. He is entertaining. See, you know what I'm saying? It's like people. I want everybody to understand, because I don't want the hate to come to me like, yeah, man. I understand the general hate. Like, get your own content lane, be your own creative self, and why you gotta piggyback off of him. I get all of that. You know, it's like, come on, bro. I mean, it's a big media world out here. It's a big space for everybody. You know, it's everybody can have fun with it. You know, it's all like uniqueness, your characteristics, your wits, all type of stuff that you know that goes with the content for me. You know, it's my uniqueness, my characteristic, my wits, my way of thinking, and I just transition that into a video, and I just so happen to have all of y'all show me some love, and I appreciate that. And I'm a humble person, modest. You know, I ain't got nothing. I ain't making no noise. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't got no expensive house, big fancy car, but I make enough where to keep my wife just slightly unhappy. You know, I make up for the rest of it in else other places. Nah, me, I make up for the rest of it in other places. I just make enough to keep my wife slightly unhappy, and then we get happy in other places. All right, I ain't gonna go into, but it's kind of lost on what you're trying to say. Oh, okay. I'm reading some comments. T Trainer. I live ever seeing you and mentioning it in these chats. I don't know. Y'all got something else going on. I'm trying to read the chats and catch up with it too. But y'all gotta y'all, as long as y'all, you know, if y'all addressing me and ask me a question and I skip it, just ask it again. I'm really on the live, and I appreciate y'all being on here to you know have fun with me. But I'm having fun on the live. Got on here to test out the content. I was just saying how I did start building on this upper room inside of my house because I feel as though I can sit down and piece together some content and have some fun. So I start painting and I start getting little lights, got all type of stuff together up in the upper room just so I can sit down and have some creative fun because my kids have moved away, you know, between 3 to 6 years ago. You know, they all moved out at 18, pretty much at 18. They were tired of this little house on the prairie. Little house on the prairie. I heard Feisty speak. Let me get some of these comments and like I said, I don't know how many people in here. It's the chat's moving pretty fast. I got a small screen I'm working with. I'm gonna have to learn how to adjust it out, how to get the chat where I can read it in bolder. I'll probably end up getting a second monitor. That'll be one thing I can do is get a second monitor so I can see everything on the back end, and then I can be able to read the comments on the second monitor. I'm taking all type of I'm doing all type of questions and answers so I can learn from y'all, and you know, and I can pass on the knowledge for anybody else that want to get into the area where, you know, I'm just in a small little growing space, and I appreciate y'all for helping me and supporting me. So I'm gonna start there. But where the hell is Ant? That's why I'm 55 people in here. Where the hell is Ant? Anybody seen Ant? Now I'm gonna let y'all in now. Atlanta ain't that big, you know. I want y'all to know but it's different. It's different spread out areas in the state of Georgia, where Atlanta is Atlanta, but we got all type of surrounding cities. So Atlanta ain't that big, and I think I know some of the people. One person, I think I know, and I slightly seen him. I think I know one person that Ant had. He didn't show his face, but that he keeps saying his name. And I think I know him, and because his brother used to be my partner who I work with. But like I'm trying to say, you know, you work at some place. I worked at the same place for 10 years, and it's I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna have to see him again. But I didn't see him. He was in the dark. His name, he called him TC. If you ever look at the content where Ant was up, he was saying TC, and it was one time he got dropped off that live. That's when he was sloppy drunk. When Marcus dropped him off back at the shop, it was a little glimpse of him, and I think I know TC. I think I know him from his brother though. Ant in that back room with Lex. Ant probably was just hiding out. Y'all, I'm gonna get into it on Ant too. Before I close this little section, I'm gonna land my plane on. I think I might know people. You know, Atlanta ain't that big, and I think I know somebody. It kind of Ant gave me a familiar vibe about him that he might kick it with somebody that I know, and I heard him say a name of somebody brother that I know, who I kicked it with for a long period of time, who I worked with and hung out with. But yeah, being here in Atlanta, I'm gonna let y'all back in. I've been in Atlanta about 20, maybe 20 years, 20, 22 years. That little division. I'm from the Midwest. My wife, she from. We met and we moved down here. We kind of gravitated down here because my mom was here before she passed away. I'm from Milwaukee. She from Chicago. So you know what I'm saying. A little back end story of me. I'm from Milwaukee and she from Chicago, but I was just born there and I moved and I was living in Michigan. Then had moved and I was living in California. Then I moved. I was living in Indiana, so I had moved around a lot of places. That's why my personality fit who I am. I moved around and been around a lot of people. I was kind of wild and had a little bit of backstory about me because my mom's did drugs. My mom was strung out. You know what I'm saying? So I was shifted around. We was out of place. We was, you know what I mean? I can relate to the people he interviewing. And I can relate to the people that's on this not not the spicy content or not, but on this platform as far as being disheveled, homeless, thrown around, young and just naive or just young and inexperienced. That part, that's what got me more interested in his content as because I used to didn't watch it. I used to, being down here and typing in YouTube, it's gonna say, I'm in Atlanta, so I might be looking for a place or seeing a review, a food review or something, and Atlanta Street Reviews used to pop up back in the day. And I used to see content about what he was doing, and around that time it was Josiah and that one dude with Ileana. It was a lot of projected stuff that between Josiah's and that one guy, that Tone. Yeah, the Tone dude, when he was chasing him around, talking about the transgender relationship and all of that, and the Josiah's with the wild accusation and what he was doing, and especially with the couple and all this. So I wasn't really watching the content, and then when I seen the content shift toward the younger generation, it was like I was intrigued because I could relate a little bit more about being young and disheveled and being around the homeless people and making moves and making plays and stuff like that. Not stuff like that, but I'm talking about this is a different time and a different place where I grew up. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people really don't mess with Marcus, and Marcus don't realize he can get tooken, or with that little 9 on his waist. Is happened to be this happened before. Just saying. Oh, okay. A lot of people don't realize Marcus. Oh, they don't really. A lot of people really don't Marcus and don't realize he can get taken out. Yes, just because you have a pistol, you don't mean you weren't and survived the outcome, and that's true. You know what I mean? I seen, that can go either way. Anybody got the ups, they got the ups. You just looking and looking good. And, I don't even want to talk about that. I wish nothing like that toward, But my grandmother used to say, if you live by that thing, you die by that thing. Yeah, she just used to tell me that because I was pretty wild. And she used to just put that in the back of my head when, leaving the house. And that's the way I live. And, but yeah, I ain't going to wish that on nobody. But the man, he doing his content. He ain't. I don't think he hurting nobody now. Let's start there. I don't think he hurting nobody. He might be doing some distasteful or dishonest and snakish, outlandish, and we can go on with that. But I don't think he hurting nobody, so I don't wish no hurt on him. Tone didn't want to be bothered. You can just tell. Yeah, I was a lot of that content. I was going just to piggyback what I was saying. That's during that era where he was chasing Tone around and talking about this and that and that, and this person said that, and is it true? And I just wasn't getting into the content back then. I'm like, what's the? It ain't like what's the big deal. I'm like, man, but who watching this? But I guess people was watching it, so I wasn't watching it. And then I backtracked and watched it, and I watched that little, that whole the fruition of it, so to speak. And I was like, oh. But, being in Atlanta, when I first moved down here, I seen some weird stuff, that was happening. That that content is relevant. I guess the way he putting it out and the way he put it out and the dialogue behind it and the way you chasing it, that's real different. But the content is definitely relevant because I have seen some people move that type of way. Nah, not that way, but I don't know, man. Since I've been in Atlanta, I have seen some crazy stuff when it comes to that section of people that's mingling or and playing themselves or faking with themselves and not being real with themselves. I've seen some of that, not with no close friends or nothing, but just seeing people around you, people that just so happen. I did have some jobs, since I've been down here. I've been down 20 years, so I have worked. So I put it like that. But Tone didn't want to be bothered. You can just tell, even that last time, you can tell the way that they split and they went apart in that last segment of their relationship in the hotel and all of that. They was gone. They was like, man, it ain't worth all this. I think they might have seen something, or somebody might have told them something different, or they had a better opportunity, or it say, hell, it ain't worth it. I don't know how it panned out, but it was gone. It was quick. It like we did our little time. I don't know what kind of agreement they had, but yeah, I guess they probably looked and seen like, man, this ain't worth it. Tone running around, but what I was gonna say, I was gonna say something when I was running my mouth. Let me see. Yeah, the content he started putting out with Tone and Ileana, and then it was Tone and Ileana, and then it was Josiah's. I wasn't watching it back then, and then and I was saying that I think I might know somebody that Ant, but where the hell is Ant at? That dude right there. That dude right there, he be having me cracking up, man. I ain't gonna lie. The Ant is a character in itself, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what to expect from him, you don't know, but you do know that fool be getting the type of drinking he do. That's I'm 7 years sober, about coming up on 7 years sober from being that dude that hung out with that type of dude and acted like that. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say, it got worse. So I always be looking at him just for the last content where it's like, man, that fool was just tumbling, fumbling, falling down, you know what I'm saying, drunk. Man, you gotta, and he ain't like it when anybody's pointed out. And I was the same way. I don't like it when nobody talk about it, I agree. No one wants to see anything happen to Marcus. Nah, man, I know, not physically, but mentally. Oh yeah, mentally, yeah, we can damn show. Oh yeah, how you think this content is? I mean, it's already mentally draining with the content he already doing. But yeah, the content and the reaction do drain him. I mean, I did see that PIFYO, one of them, or Yarvo. I've been watching it. It was a Yarvo where he was on the panel, and they were letting him have it. They was breaking the man down. He was chasing his tail around that thing, with all type of questions. And it was, and I was watching them, on the panel, and I was, I had to click off and on, but between working and having a life at home and just doing stuff, trying to create some videos, but yeah, they was letting him have it. So it's physically and yeah, mentally, he can definitely be broken down into a category of, man, what are you doing? Or, man, you need to actually search for your soul again. And mentally, you know what I mean, that's the devouring part. It's gonna catch up to him where it's so exhausting. I ain't seen him put out no content today. I was looking for it. I was like, maybe I shouldn't go live yet because soon as somebody go live, soon as Troy go live, here you go with his pop-up content. that boy be trolling. That boy be trolling Troy. He try. Damn, Troy get on his ass. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, mentally he can definitely use some mentally challenges, and he been getting them because the content that got stretched out into somewhere he trying to chase. He don't know what he chasing no more. But yeah, Ant do have to be careful because a drunk person speak that sober mind. Ant be downtown, and you know, and one thing about Atlanta, you know, it's some fast people, you know, that's scammers. Yeah, it's home of the scammers, and you know, the home of the people that's yeah, it's a lot of backdoor shit. You know, if y'all know what I mean. I don't know if I'm cursing, but trying not to curse that much. But yeah, it'd be some backdoor activities where people, you know, set you up, scam you, yeah, finesse you. Yeah, with home of the finessers. Yeah, we're definitely. So you know, and just be, you know, he stay in his lane. I think he know, and I don't know which side he from, but I stay over close to the west side of Atlanta. You know what I mean? And I think last one of them contents in the barbershop, I heard him say something about the west side. That's one. That was another thing I was thinking. Like, man, I was putting two and two together. I'm like, man, he kind of, you know, that he act like west side nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then here come Marcus, yeah, the east side, and this ain't no east and west thing. It ain't no east and west thing, but I ain't gonna get into that. I gotta live here in Atlanta, but I when he said some name, he said a name, and it was one of them times when he was getting dropped off when he was super drunk. That one that he done deleted. I think Ant might have told him to delete that because he don't like nobody to be calling him drunk. And that man was falling over crazy, bumbling, fumbling drunk. I mean, that girl couldn't. Man, I'm surprised she even. I'm surprised Lexi even called him or kept his phone number. That fool was acting a plumb mess, you know. And I've been guilty. I've been guilty of being that stumbling just. So I ain't gonna point the finger, but he probably told Marcus, man, you got to get rid of that. You can't put that on. Keep that online, cause he don't like that. Let me see. Let me read some of the comments. But yeah, that fool was crazy drunk. But he just said a name that I thought I heard him say. And when he got dropped off, when he was stumbling drunk, I looked in the background. I'm like, damn, that looked like. And he said his name, and I was like, damn, that looked like my partner, brother. And you know, and then came. He was talking about the east side, west side, and I think Ant said he's from the west side of Atlanta. And I was like putting two and two together. I'm like, damn, that might have been him. But you know, that's why I say he kind of, you know, he put me in the mentality of the way he act. He don't mean no harm. Of course, he big and aggressive, but and a touchy handsy feeling. You know, I had a partner just like that, not touchy handsy, not that type of way, just that wrestling type. You know, a partner get up, man, come here, cause like I said, I'm gonna tell you heartbeat. I ain't no tall dude. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I'm 5'6" on a good day, 5'5" and a half. You know what I'm saying, on a bad day, but but yeah, my partners be big though. You know what I'm saying, he a big dude, like 6'3", big joker. Come here, P. Call me P. Come here, P. Wrestle, man, get off me. So, you know, Ant put me in that mentality of that. And you, like I said, I'm on the west side, so that's how I need to be cooling and shooting and shit like that, chopping it up. Ant was disrespectful to Lex, very much so. Yeah, he was. That's why I said I'm surprised she gave him a chance and called him back. But Ant was disrespectful. I mean, he probably made up for it or whatever. Or how he did it, how he probably made up for it. It was just like, you know, talked his way up out of that, because it was like, man, that's why and then, yeah, he was fumbling, man. He was fumbling, bumbling, tipsy, past tipsy. And it's 4 a.m. What the hell? Marcus just so happened to be passing by. And he was looking for some of his content. He was doing his late night content. Bruh, come on with the games, bro. What? You know what we know what we talking about here. It's 4 a.m. now. Just backdoor Ant. Marcus just backdoor Ant. Oh man, he did kind of backdoor him, man. I mean, I ain't gonna get. It seemed like some backdoor activity when he went to the got her and had his own interview, and Ant like, man, when y'all link up? But you know, you was fumbling. You were fumbling though, Ant. You was fumbling the ball that night before. So I think they had any hemmed up. I think they had what do you say? I think they had any hemmed up. I don't know what. Ant was disrespectful to Lex. Yeah, Marcus just backdoor Ant. Yeah, I think they had Ant hemmed up. I don't know if they was talking about Ant must be good. He be cutting with one hand. Lex want to get that house. Want to get out that house. Why would he close the shop? I would think he closed the shop. He might have been I think it was 4th of July too. So what was it, the 5th? I mean, I would think he closed the shop because they might have been in the back room. He probably didn't close the shop. They might have been in the back room. But I can see him closing the shop. He probably tired of this shit, man. I mean, he probably see the way it's going and the trajectory and them last two pieces. I'll get into that. Where I keep talking about them last two videos, and it might have been 3, but he cleaned it up. But it was 2 videos. It was the interview with the young lady Lex, and it was a video before when Ant was fumbling, bumbling, and they had just met Lex. It's them 2 videos I keep talking about. I think Ant. Now I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna give you two concepts I think about these videos. Now, number 1, 2 concepts on these videos with Lex, the latest ones I keep talking about. Somebody did mention to me on the if I ain't answering the comments fast enough or just rewrite it, I have to read it. Now I can look down at the chat. But my two things, or maybe 3, I'm gonna have to say alleged. My 2 alleged things that could be happening with that video footage is, number 1, when he interviewed her, she got into a little in-depth interview about she was being locked up. She got the ankle bracelet, the ankle monitor on, what we call an ankle bank. You know what I'm saying? She got the ankle monitor on, and she kind of led into why she had the ankle monitor on, and that she was still in some let's say some court documentation, paperwork. Maybe it's she fighting the case, and from what I hear, it's like a real major case. I ain't gonna get too far in depth because I don't know. I don't want nobody to lead back to no investigation about me, but from what I seen, somebody else told me I hold the short jokes. I'm short. I've been short all my life, so it don't even matter. Ant trying one time cut ties with Marcus. Okay, the content that he didn't put back up is she went into her alleged allegations and her case that she fighting, and it was doing with some trafficking, and I was dealing with some trafficking, and I ain't talking about with no cars, and it could be federal, and she had some people involved other than her. Okay, hear me out. Let me land there. Some people people involved other than her, and it could be federal because they don't play with that. They don't play with that driving them. However it may go, if it's a ring, and if it's some people that's involved, some higher up people. And I think I heard Troy say something about the name of Prince. I didn't get. Now I had listened when I was hearing the content. I was listening to it, and I was driving and doing my little thing. But I was gonna go back and watch the content. But I only had my interactions with listen to them 2 pieces of content, and that's when they first met, the 4 a.m. content. I had peeking on it, peeking at it a little bit, and driving, and doing my things and whatever, and just running errands or whatever. And then the second content, the day after when he did the interview with her, I was still listening to it, but not watching it. But yeah, that's before it got taken down. But what I was hearing was she was in a nice little trafficking ring, and some people then got jammed up, and she got an ink bank, and it's still an ongoing investigation. And by her running her mouth and talking and going in debt, I think a phone call was made to her. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go now. It's some real big. Now Atlanta is one of the biggest hubs for this activity, and it's some real big activity when it come down to that. So when it come down to P's and H's, it's some big activity here, and it's some big activity across the globe, but international and all of this old trafficking that goes on. It's one of the biggest international hub airports where they taking and doing certain things. So they really look and frown upon they get a like they just implicated the death penalty for that type of activity. So I think he got that phone call from probably an inmate. She got that phone call, and she was probably like, "Hey, you need to get rid of that because people seen that, and you know they going through an investigation, they going through trial, and they going through court cases and federal cases. They can't have nothing." And she mentioned some. She dropped some slight names, and she already got a nice little fame on her name. And I think somebody called her up. This just allegedly. Hey, somebody, the dude named, let's say, I think Troy got a name of Prince or whatever. I think somebody called her up or touched her or made a contact with her and say, look, you need to get rid of all of that content or no content. I don't care who it is. Don't act like you can't get touched. He can't either, in which they can. Because when it come down to them cases and them big RICOs and indictments and all that, they make a phone call. I mean, they got just as much reach in these streets, in them and behind them cells, than they do out here. So when them phone calls get to be made and the accusations to be turned around and they put in the blender, and it's like you playing with people's life and that death penalty involved around on certain things, I believe she got a phone call. That's just me, allegedly. I believe she got that phone call. That's one allegation. I believe she got that phone call and said, you better wrap all of that up, and that end you with who got that recorded. So let me break it down to you. When do he ever delete a video? Huh? He wants some privacy. When do Marcus ever delete a video? I heard him say that he ain't deleting no videos unless somebody, because it makes him money all the way from the front end to the back end, all the way to the durations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with it, and we know the type of person he is. If he ain't got nothing to gain, if he ain't gaining nothing off of it, he gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to give or you gain, or if there ain't no real reasoning, he ain't got no logic behind it. He just got, that's just how the content flow. This is what it is. So not one but two videos, you know what I'm saying, just so happened to disappear. So that was just my allegation. Another one was allegations, like I said, she could have got that phone call, and then, like I said, behind them walls and behind them doors, and when their cells close, they don't stop there. They reach all the way out into these streets, if you know anything about that. But second one, Ant was bumbling and fumbling, and he don't like to be portrayed like that, because you already see how he be arguing people up and down when he called me drunk. I was tipsy and all. I was tipsy. I wasn't drunk, man. You bumbling, fumbling, and then you got a video up. I think Ant was like, man, you need to take that down, man. Look how it's portraying me. Even though that's you, and that's how you was portrayed, and that's what you was doing, that's how you was acting. I don't think he, he ain't like that very much at all. And the movement afterwards from the videos, it's kind of been like a cold shoulder since. If you ask me, that's just allegedly. You know what I'm saying? He probably having a little time digesting the way that you moving. If you really want to know, he having you moving like that, and he can see it. You move in a certain way where certain people kind of they don't catch on right away. They might give you the benefit of the doubt, give you enough room to hang yourself, shoot you some bail, type of thing. That's the type of person I am. I'll give you enough room to hang yourself. We can kick it, we can do this. But I'm watching and I'm listening, and I'm like the whole time like, man, what we doing? So I think that's one of the moments, and like, what we doing? The way for conversation. They can have fun. We can kick it, hee hee ha ha and all that. Probably from a distance. I believe that distance part is coming along. Where is Ant? I believe Ant want his distance. He see how this is moving from the start to the beginning. So that's where all allegations, all allegations, it's allegedly. So I believe that Ant is moving in a way that he's thinking like, man, look how you moving, and I believe whoever befriended or was once a friend of Marx's, if you operate like this around them, they probably at a distance bay too, because they're like, when you ever, I guess you always working. But with your friends, with your partners, with your homies, with your with your folk, I mean, if I were doing some work and I got to run these streets and making content or not, running streets and making content, you still in the streets, bro. It's still, you know what I'm saying, some people got distasteful eyes. I'm going to have probably one partner with me every now and then. Every now and then. He ain't got to be my close buddy, but every now and then the bro going to be like, hey, man, I see how they looking at you. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Or I see you moving. You making moves, bro. I see you, you know what I'm saying, climbing that social ladder, that economical ladder, but he gonna come. Bro gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what they say. I'll just ride behind you. So he might got some people operating like that or whatever. But the way I seen it, where's Ant, it's like I'm seeing a different side where Ant like, oh, I think he trying to pace his now. Where's Ant? He might be with that. Of course he with Lex. That's where that would be the last thing I would think he done parted way. He left the barbershop without a little female involved. Of course, he probably want to make right of some of that promises. Cause this nigga girl Lex don't look like, you know, she ready for the penthouse treatment. she might be ready for the penthouse treatment. I don't know if my anybody still in here. Anybody listen to me? I'm rambling. I'm rambling on. Put a 1 in the chat if you still here. Everything just died. It could be my internet. Or and she just asked not to post it, but yet he still did, and she did ask him not to post it, and yet because he think it was he ha ha. Now, I believe when she started grabbing them phones. You know what I'm saying? When she started grabbing them phones, that's what give me the idea like, damn, she got some explaining to do. And she got some corrections. And she knew them phone messages about to come in. I don't think she worried about family or how people may portray her because by now, you know, being where she at in the state of mind or whatever, that family already know. You know, maybe it could have been a lawyer involved. Maybe it could have been a family like, what are you doing? The case ain't closed. It could have been that route too. But she did ask him not to post it. And he did post it. But why did she do it? You know, I mean, you know, these drugs out here is the hell. Why did she go on there and interview? And okay, I'm just wondering if somebody's here. Thank you, Desiree Bank. I'm going to have to take these glasses off now. Thank you, Desiree Blanks. Okay. I'll make sure y'all was hearing me and I wasn't just rambling to myself because I can ramble to myself too. You know, that's fine. And yeah, it could be a family member could have said, you know, what you doing ain't right for the case, especially it's a bigger case than, you know what I'm saying, some may see. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not even gonna talk about it no more because I don't want nobody to look back. Because I was telling somebody. One person commented, I remember his name if he pop up, but one person commented and said he got the video and it's on IG or something like that, the missing videos. And I had to say to myself, I'm like, nah, if Marcus got rid of him, and we know he a hard pill to swallow, a hard cookie to crumble, he ain't taking no videos, he ain't losing that money, he ain't losing that content. This my content. And you know how headstrong he is about his content and the way he got it transitioning and set up. Somebody had to actually put, you know what I'm saying, put something to make him take them down. But somebody told me that they had access to it on whether it was one of the other platforms, IG or something like that. He like you gone be on YouTube famous like everybody don't want to be on YouTube, fool. He did say that everybody gonna be following you around and say, I saw you on YouTube. I think she was like, in her mind, she was like, she messed up and she had that little laughter about, but she was like, I really messed up because, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm too far back. I'm 7 years sober, but and drinking and drugging and whatever, sometimes you do things and make a move that you sometime will regret that next day. And it's something you could have avoided, and some things that some people just want you. Some people is just one silly move away from, you know, ruining their whole life. whether it be jail, incarceration, or death. And drinking and drugs will lead to some of them, some of those wrong moves. And I believe she knew she made the wrong move when she went to grabbing them phones, because she knew them phones going to be blowing up, whether it's from family. But she knew definitely the way she was really grabbing them phones, it wasn't no family look. It was about that right there is going to get some feedback. And she probably explained that part. And Marcus ain't never said nothing about it, but he ain't the type that reason with nobody, so he knew it was really serious. So whether it's really serious, somebody mentioned that they had access to the videos. And I can get them, and I'm like, man, I don't know that if he ain't messing with them, I ain't messing with him. I'm just a little small channel. I ain't got no foot in the race, so to speak. That I can't duck and dodge none of that smoke, whether it be from inside them walls, and whether it be from inside them walls or her family, where they had some touch too, because from what I've seen on the back end, I think it was Yarvo. One of these, I think it was Yarvo. I'll be wanting to shout out these people. I'll be watching y'all, man. And I seen the content where she was in PYFYO. I think it was them too. PIFYO. I'm skinny but plenty them. I think had it back where she was on like the Lifetime Network. She had some stretch and some type of fame, you know what I mean, modeling fame, and she had, her family got some reach and some across platforms, or whether across, I ain't got no smoke with none of that. So, I'm just here to have fun. So I was like, nah, 69 people in here. I want to appreciate y'all, man, for being here, rocking with me, listening to my allegations, running my mouth. I did not expect to be in here. Who is that? Vegas? 69 people in here. Thank you for showing me, because I don't know anything that's going on. My attention was coming on the live and trying to learn how to work this OBS studio back end, how to work live. This being my second live, and I wanted to learn. The first live I used StreamYard. It's more of a platform where you can come up and you can invite people up on the links. And then it's like I started looking on the back end, and it was pretty simplified and easy, but it's expensive. I ain't gonna lie, if you looking into doing live or whatever, it's expensive. I was just like, man, I can't afford this at the moment, at the things I'm doing, and I'm just modest, and I'm just self-employed and trying to juggle things and have fun on here. So I went to OBS Studios, and they were saying it's just as good, but you don't have the links yet, and they might do, and I gotta look more into it, but just as good if you learn the back end, learn how to use it. So I got on here, my intention was just to learn how to do a live using OBS Studio. So, of course, that didn't happen. I got on here, it took me so long to get on here because I didn't know how to start the stream. I said 9:30, I think I got on here about 10 o'clock. It might have been about 9:45, but I had 15 minutes fumbling around trying to start the stream. And then I got on the stream, and then I touched one button, and I missed the chat. I ain't got the chat no more. And then I got the chat log back, and now I ain't got my face no more. It's like I'm doing all bad. So it's a struggle stream, and I appreciate y'all even being here. And Vegas 777 rocking with me, and I gotta incorporate moderator. I don't know what it means. I don't know what none of this means. So if y'all actually talking on the video and creating a video, I just do that on the phone, having fun. So all this back end stuff, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all showing me and telling me things as I go along, and being a part of a community. I'm just genuinely me. I'm ranting right now. Let me get some water. Let me start there. I done ran myself into dehydration. That's what I did. I've been talking to you. I've been chopping it up, and when I press play, and everything started falling to pieces, people started coming on and showing me support. Like, it's just, I'm in awe. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in awe. I'm happy to be friends with y'all. I'm happy y'all cool with me. I just troll. That's all I do. But I gotta live here, so y'all gotta understand. I've been living here for a while now, so it's like I know how to operate and move in my own bubble. I'm a person that either if I'm self-employed, so I'm either working by myself, or I'm by myself, or I'm with my family, and chilling. I'm chill. You know what I mean? I ain't with nothing. I ain't with nothing. This is that's a sneaky laugh with all them teeth showing. Who is teeth showing JS? Just saying. Oh, when old girl was laughing, Lexi, when she had the teeth showing, it was kind of sneaky. Like, oh, you doing great. Oh, thank you. I was wondering how I'm doing because I guess the more people that do this and have the opportunity to go live on the regular, they get more comfortable. But I'm over here nervous and feet sweating, hands sweating, voice up and down. But you know, I still feel as though I'm glad that ain't nobody came in here trolling me yet, and I wouldn't know how to act. Like, I mean, something about this. I guess it's something about on a content creating level where you having fun with it in videos and I guess Marcus got a strong support group, but they done came after me in the comments a couple times. It's like, I ain't gonna delete you. And then some people say some outlandish stuff. It's like, man, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm trying to go in the back end like how I do this, how I get rid of this dude, or I don't know. I don't want to delete nobody. It's in my heart. I'm like, I don't care. It's people everywhere. They got all types of life, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody welcome to their opinion. So I don't plan on. Well, I don't know. I'll be seeing some major bad trolls out here, but I appreciate y'all rocking with me. So I was lost in the sauce. So like I was saying, I got on this OBS studio and I pressed a couple buttons and it's all messed up. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I feel as though it's a way to try and navigate on both using the OBS studio and StreamYard. And I keep saying this just in case somebody else is in the same boat as me, you know, whether y'all on here listening to me run my mouth and y'all get an opportunity to get on live, just to keep these things in mind. OBS Studio and StreamYard cost a little bit more, but it's a little bit more simplified. So that's the boat I'm in. You know, that's where it's like I'm so used to getting on my phone and trying to create the content of the video with my talking head and all this, and that take a long time. So it's just all work. I guess it's another stream of work I done created for myself. Now, yeah, damn, okay, but I'm fine with it. I just thought about it. I'm like, I did create a job for myself, so you know what I'm saying. It's a job, so I'm having fun though. You know, it ain't like I'm doing nothing else this time of night. I ain't going out at 4 in the morning to find y'all no content, so y'all can get that out of your head. We can stay up that late, maybe sometimes. I'm usually in bed by 10, 10:30, 11. What time is it? This is 11 o'clock. Wait a minute. Oh, it is 11 o'clock. So yeah, I'll be usually in bed by 11, 12. So it's like on a Monday, doing great. Vegas said the trolls gonna come soon as you get a little bit more popular. I done seen it. You know, I mean, I done seen it on other people's platform with the trolling. So I guess I'm stay in my zone right now. My head strong, head level, where I can be like to stay appreciative that they ain't here yet. So I'm maybe anybody got experience with this moderator? I don't know. Vegas 777. You've been rocking with me for a while. Between you and it's a couple more people that been rocking with me for a while. Maybe you help me out with the moderation or something. I ain't no long-winded person and I don't get on live that often. I ain't gonna be up here. I guess I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna make no promises and I ain't gonna make no promises. So I'm gonna go with the flow type of guy anyway. So I probably need some help with the trolls. Once I get, I don't say popular, but once there's some people rocking with me. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. At Summary. Oh my God, this is a long name. Summer near. All right, let me do this. Grandma. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it at grandma. Summer grandma. Cause I don't know. Y'all gonna catch me a lot of times struggling with these names. So if y'all want to troll me, y'all can troll. I'm gonna give y'all all the opportunity right there, cause y'all gonna be like, this fool cannot read. He illiterate. Damn it. Show me a diploma, y'all. Get on here and ask for me a diploma, man. I'm 46 years old. I can't find a diploma. If it fell in my lap, well, it probably wouldn't be mine. But yeah, but I can read though. But yeah, Summer Grandma, thank you so much for saying they're doing a good job. Desiree Blake's been coming in here. 10 here in Minnesota. With the 10 here, am I saying it right? I'm gonna make sure I'm Desiree Blake's. Okay. 10 here in Minnesota. What's that 10 here? 10 here mean? I'm slow too. Don't try to test me with all these the short texts. I'm the slowest at that when people got the abbreviations. With the BTW, I think it took me a long time to figure out that mean by the way. It's a lot of this stuff. Kids, my kids up in age too, though, so you know they younger adults, put it like that. So they be hitting me with some of this stuff. But the 10 here in Minnesota, I'm lost. 10 here in Minnesota. Maybe that's I've been watching your videos and they're really entertaining. Keep doing you. Oh man, that's man, bless Vegas. So like I was saying about a moderator, maybe somebody I can incorporate, help me that's willing, or to help me on the moderator when it comes to that time. But right now I'm just having fun. This is my second live, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still trying to figure it out, pressing buttons, and I believe lights and everything's probably start shutting off, and within some time I got to charge these little portable banks and some of this stuff. But we talked a little bit about it. I did figure out one thing. Let me see how this look. That's the computer camera. I figured this out. Let me see. Boom. I think I had enough time. I don't know how I see what it looked like on the other end, but I'm gonna look at my phone to see if it came up on the live. Oh man, let me see. Where's Ant supposed to be showing? I don't know if that's showing on the. I don't know if it's showing on the back end. Okay, I can see it on my phone. Okay, I can see it on my phone. So I figured out how to change the screen, and maybe I'll be able to get more interactive with some video chat. We can talk about some of the last video. You mind for Troy too? Okay. No wonder why that name seems so familiar. Okay, I was wondering. I'm like, dang it! I know I see you. I see your name be popping up on my last live, and then it popped up to this live, and then it's like the name be familiar. The more interactive and the more my memory already shot. But the more interactive, I see certain names and I see people on the comments. It's a couple more people, and if it feel like I don't get to the comment or didn't get to the comment on the live, just type it in again. I'm guessing I'm gonna get a moderator. Vegas says she'll rock with me too. And who was that? Desiree. It's been a lot. I'm gonna try and shout out some people that's in here. So I heard Troy dropped in, and then we got Scorpio 54, T Trainer. It's a lot of people that's been rocking with me since last live. Desiree Blake's, Trophies, I'll Say It Pod, and this is just a random pop-up live. So I'm so appreciative of y'all coming in here. Like I said, I popped up in here, Vegas 777, Desiree Blanks. If I said your name, I say it again. I'm appreciative of everybody being in here, and I did the pop-up live, just trying to see and feel and get more comfortable going live, trying to interact with the comments and figure out the back end on working it. This all being on OBS, so just learning and asking questions and seeing the next move. 8 p.m. in Vegas. I'll show you. I'll share with you a short story about Vegas. I've been to Vegas. I've been to Reno too, and this is my early 19, early 20s. My pops, he stay in California, in the Bay Area. To be exact, over there in next to Oakland and San Fran. I've been over there, and I lived there for a couple years in the Bay Area, California. But my experience with Vegas, I had back about 18, 19, I had a chick I was dealing with where I was living in California, and then I was I was dating a young lady, and I was feeling her. She was nice, and she was a Caucasian girl, and then me, I was younger. I was this is slim, buff, uh, different time me, younger, 19 me. But anyway, but the and I'm like I said, I'm 5'5", but we gonna say for the chat each and every time I'm 5'6.5" or 5'6" from here on out. All right, but anyway, the young lady I was dating, she was like 5'8", and she was of a Caucasian, but she was very fine. Put it like that. But my experience, and I was living in California, and over in, to be exact, if y'all want to know, it's Santa Cruz, California. It's right where they shot Dirty Harry. But we did a date for about a few months. She was really feeling me. We dated for a few months, almost 6 years. I mean, not 6 years, but 6 months or so. And I met her family, well, to the extent of her sister, and her sister was married to the son of the guy that owned a casino called Terrible Casino. It's called Terrible Casino. This was back in I want to say 2000, between 99 and 2000. It was the name of a casino called Terrible Casino. I remember it like yesterday. Man, when I say that her sister had got us a penthouse room and all the trimmings, because her sister was married to the son of the owner of a Terrible Casino on the Las Vegas Strip. And we ended up going to Vegas. I had such a ball. We was in the penthouse. Excursion. We had an excursion ride to the MGM. Yeah, like I said, I was a wild kid, but I was 19, 20 at this time, but I had a little fake ID or whatever. And man, we went to the MGM, stayed in the penthouse at Terrible Casinos, had the stretch limo excursion ride, and all because her sister was the married to the son of the owner of Terrible Casino. But I had a good time in Vegas, and I ended up we stayed for about 4 or 5 days. But yeah, that was a good experience. But that wasn't my last experience in Vegas. The other ones I'll probably talk about it later on. But I was real wild then. But that was on my way to Atlanta when I had my other experience. We were driving from California with a whole different group of people. We didn't have none of this excursion stuff, but we was coming to Atlanta, and we called ourselves driving in a hoopty. But I say that Vegas experience though for another time. Vegas 777, and on the back end, Vegas 770. What made me think about it, because you said it's 8 p.m. in Vegas. My pops, he been married for the longest. My father, my biological father. The only reason I was out in California because he had reached out for me after I was doing so much wild stuff as a youth, or out of youth as these younger kids that we watch on ASI. But he sent for me to maybe have a little time with him, because he ain't never been in my life. So I ended up in California. But more of the story is, him and his wife ended up splitting, and before they split it, they ended up moving to Vegas. And when they was in Vegas, that's when they ended up splitting. But they had bought a house down in Vegas. So my father and his wife, which she never divorced him. She still want the money, but he ended up buying a house down there in Vegas. But he went back to California. So yeah, it's a little bit of ties over there in Vegas. Originally from Los Angeles. I got family in Los Angeles. It's maybe I be hearing people, because from Vegas to LA, a lot of people be transitioning and traveling that little route. How far is that from Vegas to LA? I'll be curious. Vicky Boom, thanks for telling me. Thank you so much for coming in, listening to me run my mouth, giving a little back end story for those who coming in and checking me out and just wondering, who is this guy? Who is this guy making all these funny jokes, or trolling, or making these interesting statements, whatever it may be, that, you know, I don't hate Marcus. I want everybody to know that I don't hate Marcus. I live here in Atlanta. I think the guy's quite creative. And I also think he's quite funny, too. I mean, he's a funny guy. I mean, but I think his ways and distasteful ways sometimes led him into a whole different character that he is. It got something to do with them damn them steroids. But we can talk about that later. But how long is it from? Because I hear people. I watch No Jumper, so I be hearing them talk about, you know, 607 Unc and all this. They be traveling from L.A. to Vegas. I be wondering how long of a trip that is. They be talking like it's around the corner from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. How long is that trip? Somebody talk to me. I was curious. Because when I ended up, we was coming from the Bay Area, so it took us about, when we ended up in Las Vegas, I don't even gonna talk about that story. That was in my past life, but I ended up driving from the Bay Area and we made it just as far to Reno in a hoopty. But so I was just curious how you say you from Los Angeles living in Vegas. So and anybody in here still, just letting y'all know I appreciate y'all. I've been watching for the videos and they've been entertaining. Keep doing you. Appreciate it. I'm gonna read some of the chat. 10 here in Minnesota. Oh, that's what I missed. That's why I was like 10 here in Minnesota. I'm slow. 10 o'clock in Minnesota. The trolls gonna come as soon as you get more popular. As soon as I can read straight, I'll be all right, and I can comprehend. They ain't gonna come too fast. Well, they might do, because they're gonna find out I can't read. I'm barely understanding the chat, and I can scroll back. I got to a point right now I can scroll and I'm going back on some of the comments. I think the undercover are talking to them. Okay, I hold my short jokes. Somebody said T Trainer says she gonna hold her short jokes. Ant trying to cut ties with Marcus. Somebody saying Ant trying to cut ties with Marcus. And you know what? I think so. I think he's trying to distance himself. Marcus, you better go find him, get that content. I think you better go find him, get that content. They might be in the bed. You can get some spicy content out of it too. Yeah, Marcus, if you listening, message retracted. Somebody retracted the message. Vegas 777. You're doing well. Originally from Los Angeles. It's wild in Vegas. Oh yeah, I can believe it. It was wild when I visited. It was pretty wild. I'm out for Troy too. Yeah, Marcus, you better find Ant and Lex and get that spicy content. It's getting dry out here. You're missing this spice. Just in case you in the yeah, just in case you just so happen to come in here and I'm talking. So yeah. Oh, somebody said it's on the B side. Oh, somebody said it's on the B side. Still 54 people in here. It says, oh man, let me see any type of views. Open studio. Okay, they got. Okay, now I got a chance. I stopped running my mouth. Now I can't see myself, but I can see my screen right here. How my phone probably, not phone, but this pocket probably hot. I need a drink of water. And it's 11:15. I mean, I probably got about 15 more minutes in me, and I'm gonna start wrapping it up because I've been having a good time. I think I was supposed to get on here at 9:30. I'm gonna drink some water. I was supposed to get on here at 9:30, and I didn't figure out how to get the stream started here on OBS Studio until I was on StreamYard the first time, but on OBS Studio, it's so many clicks to start the broadcasting, to start the streaming, so I didn't figure out how to get on here until probably about 9:45. I was trying to get on here since 9:30. At 9:45, I finally had enough clicks clicking around to see what I need to do to actually start the live. So one thing about OBS Studio is a little bit more complicated than when I did StreamYard at first. StreamYard was my first one, and I was reading up on it, and it was said it's a little bit less complicated. So that's what made me start off last week with the StreamYard, and it was 4-hour drive, 45-minute plane. Oh, okay. Okay, appreciate it. I was just wondering about that. 4 hours drive, 45-minute plane. Oh damn. Okay, that's a short plane trip. 4 hours drive. I be hearing. One thing I be watching, like I be saying, I be watching like other street sections. I be watching Real Right and Uncut, and I be watching. If y'all see some of my older content, I be watching No Jumper. No Jumper is a podcast they be doing out there in L.A. So I be watching a couple of them, and so on and so forth. But if y'all watch any of that older stuff I had posted on here, I was reacting a little bit to No Jumper, and they be a lot of people come back and forth to their platform to be interviewed from Vegas. That's what made me ask. I'm like, they be talking like it's hop, stepping, and jump. But yeah, 4 hours and 45-minute drive. Okay, from Vegas to L.A. Cool, cool. So I read that right. The show's gonna come. I'm trying to read everybody comment. Maybe go up here a little bit, miss comments, and then Vicky Boom, Vegas 777, T Trainer, Trophy 777, Desiree Blanks, Brown Eyes React. Let me see. I'm trying to shout out everybody that did. You know, if I didn't get a chance to shout you out and you still in here, and I didn't shout you out earlier, and I didn't get a chance to read the comments. Frenchies Are Cute is back in here. I remember Frenchies Are Cute came in here. I think they have hemmed up. Oh, he said he might have him hemmed up at the. Why would he close the shop? I did mention that. I think the undercover are talking to him. I did hear that CJ that got locked up or something like that. Not the spicy jalapeno. Yeah, we see you. we see you, Polo. That boy went extra spicy on him. Woo wee. He done went to the hot sauce. No, I think like I said, I seen some on there that CJ done got locked up too. That's a wild cat right there. But he been doing some good though. He was passing out pizza to the homeless. He was doing some good. You know what I'm saying? I think he got some good in him. CJ was passing out pizza. He had I don't know. I think he said he did like 7 to 10 boxes pizza. He had drinks, and then he had somebody donated a cake. So he was doing his thing, feeding over down there at the homeless. So you know what I'm saying? Hats off to him, and next thing you know, they got him jammed up. I think as of yesterday, I've had to get on Instagram. Somebody had shown me like an Instagram reel. I ain't been on Instagram, Facebook, or nothing. I just be on YouTube watching content, consuming it, and watching it. Like I said, about 3 weeks ago, I decided to put a couple videos together and had some fun with it. And a couple people just started rocking with me. So I'm usually the one that's just watching the content and having fun, just thinking, what if I made a video? What it would be about? I be like thinking like, what the hell am I gonna talk about? Right? I ain't damn sure if I'm chasing nobody around talking about spicy content. I'm not finna do it. Unless I see that blue Jeep. Somebody might get there. I might pull up on a blue Jeep and get a little short reel from him. I love to sit down and talk to him and pick his brain, man. What are you thinking about? I think it's them testosterone shots that he been taking. I really do. I really think it's them testosterone shots he been taking, aka roids, because he gonna be crashing out roid rage next. Now he just been going around acting like a dang on 17-year-old in his best years, in his prime. Next he gonna be raging. He gonna be roid raging. What are y'all doing? Get this spicy in here. Yeah, he gonna be raging. He gonna be. He might be going through that right now. He think everything is spicy, man. Everything. That might be roid raging. They sitting around too long, and getting them drink. Hey, and getting them jollies off. No. Oh, what did I say? I'll go. I'll go. I'm gonna close it out at 11:30. I'm just having fun, have a little bit of Troy. I'm back. Raggedy Tragedy got here with that mouthpiece. He can't even keep up with him, and that's why he don't like him. Desiree Blank, she right. I think Raggedy Tragedy. That was you. Yeah, Jim, man, Tragedy be coming back on him, man. He always has something to say. He gotta have the last word now, and Marcus do too. But I think Tragedy, I don't know, man. Something about him. He just, he be tickling me. I'll be like, man, what is he talking about? What is he doing? Now, I'm gonna say one thing I just noticed about Tragedy. I don't know if y'all seen that last video. Hold on, let me turn this air off. It done got cold. I don't know if y'all seen the last video of Tragedy with this what's that dude name? What is his name? The blue spot, whoever his name is, the new character they introduced. But man, when Marcus went up to him and said, "Hey, you gonna do the fight?" He's like, "Yeah, I already talked to Tragedy. He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." He like, he from the D, he from Detroit, so I guess he like, we can get down, we can go ahead and squabble or whatever. It ain't nothing. And they kind of shook hands, and then if you look back on that video, boy, that boy Tragedy back there praising God like he done hit the lottery, man. The dude is funny. He like, I don't know how, I don't know if anybody be seeing this stuff. Blue Strip, okay. When him and Blue Strip, Marcus kind of asked Blue Strip to the side, on the video, like, so you willing to get in there and do the fight match? He like, yeah, I done already talked to Tragedy. I'm with it. Like, I'm gonna have to. Of course, he like, I'm gonna have to figure my time out. Now he was so busy, you know what I'm saying? But that man Tragedy was in the back on that video. Y'all gotta peep this stuff out. He in the back like praising God and, oh my God, he finally made it. And he like, man, I don't know how much money he needed or what he need to get. I think he been talking about getting his phone on, but that man act like he done hit that lottery. He was back there. I think he even hugged that man, Blue Strip, or man, it was comical. But I be thinking back like, man, I don't know how much he probably ain't, then Mark like, yeah, I'm gonna give you an extra incentive to the winner, and this and that, so that we make sure it ain't no rigging or no buddy fight type deal, which makes sense. Extra incentive to the winner. I guess he probably coming around to try and put some pocket money in them in their pocket, but I think Tragedy was waiting for. I think the only thing Marcus really want to pay Tragedy for, which is sad, is to do the probably only time is to do the fight, or where it done came to. But I just was laughing. I was really tickled, man. That dude was, man. He finally, I got somebody. It's like, he was happy. But that boy Tragedy, Raggedy Tragedy, is with Desiree Blanks. Yeah, you made me think of that part when he had her. So I was like, man, what is he telling these people? He probably ain't giving Tragedy little or nothing, because Feisty back, and he ain't had nothing since he did the interview on his own. But yeah, Tragedy, he be talking back, man. He ain't trying to hear all that shit Marcus talk. He see through it and go with it, how it go. Go with the flow, and what it's about worth. Anything extra, man, he ain't trying to hear it. It's 11:26, y'all. I'm finna wind it down. I had fun. Desiree Blanks, Vegas 777. I did shots out a few times, and everybody that chimed in, if y'all still in here, I appreciate y'all rocking with me this long. I came on here to kind of check the aesthetics, the back end, see if I even know remotely about what's going on the back end. I figured out how to read the chat and scroll with it, so that's good. Now I got to figure out how to get my face back in the screen where I can see it too. Otherwise, I just look into the camera area. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me, having fun. I appreciate y'all rocking with the channel and showing love on the content. It's just third eye vision with a little bit of personality mixed into it. So have fun. I enjoyed y'all here. I'm finna get off. I'm thirsty. I'm slightly hungry. I didn't eat nothing today. Nothing. I've been up here trying to figure this OSB out. I've been watching videos and finally was like, you know what? I ain't gonna learn too much watching 30 videos today. I gotta press play and see how it actually works. So I'm just grateful that y'all even came in after I pressed play and came and had some fun with me. So I'm definitely finna get off the channel, off the chat right now, and I don't know, maybe have a little. I'm gonna have a salad because I gotta watch my figure. But I'm out. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Thank y'all so much. Good night. Good night. Vegas 777. Anybody else that's in here? I know I'm the type that I might go in the chat now and get I might be doing something else. So if y'all in here listening to me, chopping it up. See y'all later. Thank y'all so much for joining in. Until next time, I don't know when that is. I got a couple jobs lined up for the next few days. So I might be tired. So I pressed play today. I was like, I better get it out the way now. I'm out. See y'all later. I need some of this fancy music that Troy got. Troy be having fancy music, intros, outro. I got to get in touch with Troy, man. Man, hurry up and get home, Troy. Hurry up and get home so you can get to work. I need some help. I need some help.